This is the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. We have assembled the world's finest sports and trivia dorks to prove once and for all that we are just as bad at this as we were at sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, sports trivia for those of us that rode the pine. I'm your host, Josh, and today's game will be an all-Benchwarmer game pitting the team of Eric and Scott versus the team of Dan and Mason. Eric, how are you?
I'm good. It's Father's Day, even though this won't be released on Father's Day. And I got my wife actually got me what I wanted. I wasn't expecting her to spend so much. She bought me the new Nintendo, like the upgraded Nintendo Switch. So I'm on top of the world right now.
Nice.
Yes, materialistic things help me in my life. Thank you. Love for my kids. Who cares?
Scott, how are you doing? And let us know what your and Eric's team name is going to be.
I'm good. I didn't get any gifts today because I don't have any children. And so I don't get like the second birthday known as Father's Day where I can get gifts and things like that. But I'm good. It's not only are we recording on Father's Day, but it's also Juneteenth. So it's a little double celebrating my deceased father who was black. So it's kind of like I celebrate both of the days today when you have a black dad and Juneteenth falls on Father's Day. Yeah, interesting. We went to a Juneteenth festival earlier. It was a lot of fun. It's like a bunch of black owned businesses and, we bought some random things just to support the company and had some great food. So it's been a good day. And now I'm with you guys. So that should be good. Because we're recording on Father's Day, we wanted to try to have a father or daddy related team name. But since Marcus isn't here, we couldn't do anything daddy related. So we just decided that we're going to be non-pull-out couch in honor of all the fathers out there.
Oh. That's right, Dan. Your face says it all. We're off the rails already.
Oh boy.
It's an all-Benchwarmer game.
Mason, how are you, sir?
I gotta follow that up?
Somebody has to.
Okay, fair enough. I'm doing all right. I didn't get any gifts either, even though I'm a godfather. Didn't get anything for that, but it's okay.
Whoa, hold on. So you're going to talk like this the rest of the night? Then, right?
I guess I have to. Sure. Anyway, I went visit my dad, and he lives about 45-ish minutes away, so it was nice to go see him.
Mackie!
Mac attack!
He's not going to get this, so...
Oh, sorry.
But, yeah. Oh, well. Dan, go ahead and do what you have to do. I don't know where to go from here.
I had a great Father's Day today. My family let me be. I didn't have to do anything. They went to the pool and I didn't, which is always fun. It's always my preference. North Carolina heat and me do not get along. And I did not get anything. Well, I did. I got a T-shirt and I got a Delvin Cook Funko Pop. But we don't do Mother's Day and Father's Day. We do, but we just don't do the big presents for them. So Mason is famously young. I don't know if we've ever talked about this or not. And I am recording tonight and have to work at 6 a.m, which means I need to be up at like 4:30. I'm not going to get to bed till after midnight. So I'm going to be tired. So we're going to be the young and the restless, as in, no rest.
So we have the non-pull-out couch versus the young and the restless. Well, I know I'm always restless when I sleep on any couch, whether it's a pull-out couch or not.
But this is a non-pull-out couch, so
I actually sleep better on the non-pull-out couches than the.
I would agree.
Pull-out couches.
Those pull-out couches got that bar right in the middle of your back.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible.
Anywho, let's kick it over to Dan for the rules.
No, I refuse.
He's tired. Don't you understand?
Shall we have a Matt reading?
All right, let's kick it over to Matt for the rules.
Oh, no. I'm doing them if it's going to be either me or Matt.
All right. No. All right. Dan's doing the rules. Good.
We'll be starting off with the coin flip question to warm up the teams. This will be followed by 4 quarters of play, each with a different trivia style. The styles of quarters 1 through 3 will change from show to show, and I will explain them as we go along. Like any good sporting event, we will have a halftime show after the second quarter with entertainment questions pertaining to sports. And in the fourth quarter, our teams will wager from their points accumulated to see who are today's clipboard captains, to be honored like the true benchwarmers they are. All right, let's get this game underway.
And it is time for the coin flip, a 50-50 warm-up question worth 10 points. We did an actual coin flip, well, a virtual coin flip before we started the recording, and the young and the restless will get to answer the coin flip question, which is, which team has a higher winning percentage, Eric and Scott or Dan and Mason?
Oh, I don't remember how many times we've played together, Mason.
Not very. I didn't think it was that many.
Have we won?
I would think so. The taco one, Derek Jeter's taco hole.
Spanish Dan's taco.
Spanish Dan's taco hole. Yeah.
Derek Jeter. What? He's not Spanish.
So here we could have anywhere from like a 1,000 to like a 667. Though we're gonna have a really wide range with all of our. Yeah, that's a math discussion we're having right now.
Oh boy.
Yes. I don't get to have those much on the podcast if it's not with Josh. Yeah, this is exciting. Or David.
Or David.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Have we ever lost? I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't keep track of that. I know I'm at the bottom of the win percentage, so like it isn't looking good.
Hey, let's bet on ourselves.
All right.
So we'll say we have a higher percentage.
Okay. Well, let's start with Eric and Scott. They have teamed up 11 times.
Wow.
What?
Oh.
They are 6-5 all time.
Oh,
that's
a winning percentage of 54.5%. I do believe they started out 6-1 and have lost the last four times they played.
Hold on, who beat us? Because I'm going to start calling people out now, Jake Manny style. I need to know.
I mean, considering it's been the last four times, Jake Manny could have been one of them.
No. Jake Manny has never shown his face here.
Okay, so you guys have 54.5. Dan and Mason have teamed up a total of 2 times.
Are we 1-1?
You guys are 1-1.
No,
all time for a 50% winning percentage.
Oh.
So Eric and Scott is the correct answer. So non-pull-out couch will get the points. That's why I teamed you guys up today, because you've only teamed up twice.
That's crazy. In the 150 episodes, it's twice.
So now I want to know what the other one was. We have Spanish Dan's taco hole.
That's one for sure. I don't know the other one.
You can look it up later.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be looking up who beat Eric and I, and it's on.
Well, it's been the last 4 times, so there's probably a few names on that list. Just saying.
Tournament style. We're fine.
All right. Well, after the coin flip, non-pull-out couch for doing nothing has 10 points, and the young and the restless currently have 0 points.
Oh, Steve Bonneman, of course.
Before we get to the first quarter, we wanted to let you know that we are on Patreon if you'd be interested in supporting us financially. Your contributions will be used to help us cover the costs that it takes to bring you the high-quality sports trivia you have come to expect from us. There's also some great perks that come with the Patreon membership to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, including bonus episodes and Benchwarmers swag. You can find us at patreon.com/benchwarmerstp. Thanks.
Today's first quarter is sporting haikus.
Sporting haikus. For this quarter, there will be 4 questions in haiku form. Each question is worth 25 points.
Question 1. Jerry Springer Show, a 9-time World Tag Team champ, passed away in March.
It's got to be Scott.
Yeah, let's just do it.
All right. We're checked in.
Okay, non-pull-out couch is checked in, so Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
So the only one I can think of right now is Scott Hall, but did he have that many tag team title reigns? I'm asking you, Mason.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention because I don't answer wrestling questions. No, I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't. That sounds like a generic white name. Like I don't know.
Yes, but he was Razor Ramon.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Sounds good.
I have no idea what that has to do with Jerry Springer, but it would have been around March that he died. So I guess we go with Scott Hall.
Sure.
We'll check in with Scott Hall.
Okay, and non-pull-out couch, what did you guys have?
The same. Trying to figure out who it could have been. 9 tag titles seems like a lot for him, but that was the most prominent death of the year in wrestling. So, and I guess he would be on Jerry Springer because he had a lot of issues, so it would make sense. So we also checked in with Scott Hall.
Both teams will be receiving points. The correct answer is Scott Hall. In 1995, during Hall's 4th reign as WWF Intercontinental Champion, he appeared in character as Razor Ramon on the Jerry Springer Show. And he won 1 AWA, 7 WCW, and 1 TNA World Tag Team Championship. They all used that title.
Yeah.
So that's how he got to 9.
Jeez.
I don't remember any of this. The AWA one I have a fleeting memory of.
Do you remember his partner?
Was it Henning?
It was Kurt Hennig. Yes.
That makes sense.
How's he doing?
Oh,
About as well as Scott Hall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Question 2. Drafted by the Wild, a 2020 All-Star may win Stanley Cup.
just check in when you're ready.
You can check in.
Okay, non-pull-out couch is checked in. The Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
I don't even know who to think about here.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the Stanley Cup Finals, but I mean, I don't know much about their backgrounds prior to this. That doesn't help.
I'm trying to think who they traded this year. There was a big trade with Colorado earlier this year. I'm trying to think who they traded away, because that would make sense that it was that person, whoever it was. But I'm afraid I'm not gonna come up with it.
Yeah, I don't have much other than I may be able to recognize some names.
It was in the Tyson Just trade. Okay, so I've got a name, but I have no idea if this is the person we're talking about.
Okay.
But Nico Sturm, however you say his name, was part of it. But that's the only name I can come up with that was part of that trade. And that's assuming that trade has anything to do with this.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm fine with that because I don't have much at all.
All right, I guess we check in with Nico Sturm, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
And non-pull-out couch, what did you guys have for an answer?
That answer scares me. I went a different way. I know he was drafted by the Wild. The Avalanche got him, but not from the Wild. They got him from Phoenix. And I'm going to go with Darcy Kemper.
One team will be receiving points. The correct answer is Darcy Kemper. Kemper was selected to the 2020 All-Star team, but did not play due to injury. Nico Sturm, for the record, was undrafted.
Okay.
He went undrafted. So
I mean, I had no other way of getting to that, but
I jumped on. Sorry, I went to Darcy Kemper way too quick.
Did you have a problem getting off of it?
I do. And then you as soon as you said Sturm, I'm like, oh crap, they did make that stupid trade because Sturm has really been non anything since that trade, but whatever. Tyson Jost was the same. So anyway.
all right, let's move on to question 3. WABA champ, first to play men's pro b-ball, Big 3 power coach.
Go ahead.
Checked in.
Okay, non-pull-out couches checked in again. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
Yeah, I recently saw this, looked this up for a question I was writing, so might have to scratch that. That's okay. But yeah, this is Nancy Lieberman. So you're good with that, Dan?
Oh, I asked a question last time I hosted about the Big 3 coaches.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
there you go. Fair enough. All right, we'll check in with that.
Okay, and non-pullout couch, you guys checked in really quick. What do you got for an answer?
Well, you guys know I love the Big Three. Had a lovely day yesterday watching the first games of Week 1. Got to check out today's games a little bit later on YouTube. But yeah, I know all 12 coaches, and Nancy Lieberman definitely coaches power. Championship winning Big Three head coach Nancy Lieberman is the correct answer.
Both teams will be getting points. Correct answer is Nancy Lieberman. In 1986, Lieberman signed with the Springfield fame of the Men's Professional United States Basketball League. She remained in the league the following season, playing for the Long Island Knights.
To the Springfield fame? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That team's going to live forever. Oh, wait.
They're going to learn how to fly.
Fly!
All right, let's move on to question 4. 2021. Last Indians game winner led the team in wins.
Those names are all interchangeable to me. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Those are names? Is that what you're saying?
Ah, yes, they are.
I think it's a coin flip, but I think that's
I mean, we both have it. I say we go with it.
all right. Go ahead.
We're checked in.
Okay, non-pullout couch is checked in. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk about that list of names.
Yeah, I mean, I just started naming guys from the rotation. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is Shane Bieber, but there's Tristan McKenzie, Zach Plesac. It's not going to be him, but Cal Quantrill was on that team. He's still there. I mean, if I had to pick, I'd pick Bieber. It's the most high profile out of that group.
Is it because you have the same hairstyle as
No,
him?
it's not. It's not.
whatever you want to go with. I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the first one that came to mind, just because he's the best out of all of them. So I would presume he might have been the guy to lead the team in wins. But okay, we'll check on Shane Bieber.
Okay, and non-pullout couch, what did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, initially thought Bieber just because he's been their ace the last few years, Cy Young winner. But then they've had some other decent guys like Mason Name, Zach Plesac. I know McKenzie wasn't up for the whole season. Then I sent one other name to Eric, and it seemed to spark something in him. So we hope that it's it. But we checked in with Aaron Savale.
One team will be receiving points. The correct answer is Aaron Savale. On October 3rd, 2021, Savale was the winning pitcher in Cleveland's final game under their Indians nickname, pitching 6 scoreless innings against the Texas Rangers. He finished the 2021 season with a 12-5 record. So just to let you know, I came up with these 4 questions by scouring the 4 profiles of the players on this podcast today. Scott Hall was on Dan's posts from his memorial
March
when he died from March. Darcy Kemper, there's a video of him in warm-ups from Eric's feed. Aaron Savale was from Scott's feed because he just saw him pitch not that long ago. And Mason was the toughest. He doesn't post a lot of stuff about.
What does Nancy Lieberman have to do with me?
Did you say something about Joe Lieberman on your page?
I don't know.
You shared a trivia night post that had a clue about Nancy. It had her picture and was who was the first to play.
How far did you have to dig for that?
A long ways. It was
fair enough.
Probably a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, probably
like
so.
It was. You just don't post things about sports stuff. So
sorry, I'll do better. I'll do better.
Please do, and remember what you post.
When I sent Savale to Eric, I said in my head, I just saw him pitch last month.
Yes, you did. I can confirm that. All right. Well, after the first quarter, we have the following scores. The Young and the Restless have 50, and non-pullout couches up to 110.
Yikes.
That brings us to today's second quarter, which will be the missing link.
The missing link. This quarter will consist of 5 questions with theme-linked answers. The teams will attempt to answer the questions and guess the theme. Each question is worth 20 points. If a team checks in first via chat to the host with the correct theme before the 5th question, they will earn 100 points. The other team can still earn 50 points with the correct theme guess. If neither team has checked in with the correct theme before the 5th question, each team can earn 50 points with the correct answer to the theme after the 5th question.
And this link is brought to you by our former Zero, David Lux.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
The questions are mine, but the link was his.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Car brands, Toyota. Let's go.
So if you like it, he gets credit. If you hate it, he takes the blame. Question 1 in the missing link. What 3-time NL Cy Young Award winner won the 1967 NL Rookie of the Year award? Oh, Mason, that was a stank face you just gave.
I didn't like what I typed. Okay, you feel better at yours?
I
Mine.
feel pretty good about that one.
Okay.
Actually.
That's fair. That's why I gave that face, because I didn't feel good about what I typed, but that yours would,
Okay.
I think, fit the timeline a little bit better. So, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll check in.
Okay, the Young and the Restless has checked in. Non-pull-out couch. You guys can talk it out.
Seems about the right time frame for Seaver.
Yeah, I've seen
67.
the Rookie of the Year list. I didn't pay attention to much of it in that era because I don't care about it.
Before the 80s, that's why.
Like once
Yeah,
once I didn't recognize names anymore, I'm just like, ugh. So
Right.
I gotta-
Three Cy Young sounds about right for him.
yeah.
And the time frame
The
works.
time frame is right. So
I don't know that
mean,
there's anyone else.
I mean, yeah, let's go with it.
All right. Checking in Tom Seaver officially.
And the Young and the Restless, what did you guys have for an answer?
For many of the same reasons that they just talked about. Also said Tom Seaver. I've had conversations about the Mets who have won Rookie of the Year, and he's one of them, and that timeline works perfectly for that. So
Well, both teams will be getting points. The correct answer is Tom Seaver. Only Tom Terrific and Walter Johnson have 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, and an earned run average under 3.00. Moving on to question 2. What manager's Hall of Fame plaque has him wearing a Cincinnati Reds cap, even though he managed an American League team for almost twice as many years?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't know that it can be anyone else.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, we're checked in.
Okay, non-puller couch is checked in. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
I think it's Sparky Anderson.
Okay. I didn't know he coached the Reds, honestly.
Yeah, he did.
But-
He did for most of the 70s, actually, which, big red machine and everything.
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
be
yeah.
why he's there with the Reds instead of the Tigers.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, we'll check in with Sparky Anderson.
Okay, and non-pull-out couch, what did you guys have?
We checked in with the same. I can't imagine that there are many managers in the Hall of Fame that managed the Reds and that would have a Reds hat. So it just made sense because he won the World Series with them. So Sparky Anderson.
Certainly not Pete Rose.
No, not Bob Boone.
Both teams will be getting points. The correct answer is Sparky Anderson. Sparky chose the Reds cap in honor of former GM Bob Howsam, who gave Anderson his first chance at a major league managing job. The theme-linked answers thus far are Tom Seaver and Sparky Anderson. Moving on to question 3. What right fielder won 2 World Series playing for Sparky Anderson and has a son in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, go. That's it. It's got to be.
All right, we're checked in.
Okay, non-polo couch is checked in. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
It has to be Ken Griffey, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the only other outfielder I can think of is George Foster, and I can't think of a son that made the Hall of Fame. So
Arian Foster.
Deshaun. That's what Eric would want. Deshaun Foster.
Deshaun Foster. I
Okay.
loved him.
Yeah, we'll go with
yeah, we'll go that.
Ken Griffey Sr.
Okay, and non-polo couch, what did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, my mind automatically went to Ken Griffey Sr., it just makes sense. He was the right fielder on the Big Red Machine. So Ken Griffey Sr. for us as well.
Both teams will be getting points. The correct answer is Ken Griffey Sr. Griffey was a 3-time All-Star who hit over 305 times in his role as the table setter for the powerful Cincinnati batting order that dominated the National League in the mid-1970s. The theme-linked answers thus far are Tom Seaver, Sparky Anderson, and Ken Griffey Sr. Moving on to question 4. Who became the first tight end to lead the league in yards after catch in 2018, his second season in the NFL?
I mean, I think I know it, but I'm just going to defer because it's a tight end question.
We don't get a ton of those these days.
I like my second one much better than the first. Now I'm thinking about the time frame, but
Yeah.
I think the year is off for the first one. I said.
Yeah, I agree with you. I say we go with it.
Okay, we'll check in.
Okay, Young and the Restless is checked in. Non-pull-out couch. You guys can talk it out.
When was Darren Waller's first season? Because I know he didn't, have a traditional path.
His first season wasn't like, or his no.
Well, I'm saying
his first real season was like significant season was probably 2019.
Yeah,
maybe
so
20,
it's like
maybe 2018, but even then, yeah.
Right. Well, this is 2018, but was his first season 2017?
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's. I mean, you're right with. I mean, tight ends drafted in 17 are like O.J. Howard, Evan Ingram, David Njoku.
Yeah, it's definitely not them.
Jonnu Smith. Everybody's favorite Jake Butt.
Yeah, I don't think it was him.
But yeah, George Kittle was there, so.
Right. I mean,
I don't see why not.
I know he was a monster after the catch that year. I just watched this video the other day about like all of his crazy runs after the catch.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna check in with George Kittle.
Okay, and Young and the Restless, what did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, it's one of the first tight ends that kind of made sense. 2017 kind of stuck for the year, and based on how well he's doing, it made sense. So we also checked in with George Kittle.
Both teams will be receiving points. The correct answer is George Kittle. Kittle had 870 yards after catch, followed by Christian McCaffrey with 855. The theme-linked answers thus far are Tom Seaver, Sparky Anderson, Ken Griffey Sr., and George Kittle. All right, question 5. What player holds the career record for slugging percentage, on base plus slugging, and adjusted OPS plus?
I think we can check that in.
Yeah, fine.
The Young and the Restless is checked in. Non-pull-out couch, you guys can talk it out.
Well, they obviously know the theme.
No, I think that question's just that easy. No?
Think so?
Isn't it Babe Ruth?
Probably. Yeah.
I think he's the career slugging percentage leader.
Yeah. I mean, there's too many people to try to think about it and name all these other names of who it could be. So I say we just go with it.
All right.
Check it in. Babe Ruth! Oh! Mason, that's from The Sandlot.
I know. Thank you for reminding me.
All right. And the Young and the Restless. What'd you guys have for an answer?
We went with the Sultan of SWAT.
The Colossus of Clout.
Great Bambino. Babe Ruth.
Both teams will be getting points. Ted Williams is second in all 3 of those categories. Mike Trout doesn't crack the top 5 for any of those categories. Just
well, thank you
for those of you who like to say that Trout is, better than Babe. I'm just saying.
Who says that?
Yeah.
Well,
I like to meet this person.
I mean, besides Angels fans.
It's. Right. I think it's the same argument as like the Wayne Gretzky one that I always have. It's my dad was throwing pitches to Babe Ruth, and now we have.
Yeah, but you know what? Those same pitchers were throwing to other guys who didn't
Correct.
hit those home runs.
Yes, because my dad was all right. So there was
Your
like
dad
Mike
was hitting
Trout
as well.
Correct. He was
I
also.
feel like your dad's a lot older than you're making your dad a lot older, I think, than he was.
He could have been thrown to Babe Ruth.
Just saying. Like
All
if you
right.
put one of those like generational talents and like back then when nobody was good except this guy.
All right.
Just saying.
Okay. All right. So the theme linked answers are Tom Seaver, Sparky Anderson, Ken Griffey Sr., George Kittle, and Babe Ruth.
I think that's it.
I mean, then if it isn't, we're good.
Pretty sure.
Well, at this point, I will let you know that the Young and the Restless has submitted a correct answer already. So if you guys would like to talk out your answer, you can.
So ours is not correct.
Is it not?
I sent one word. I thought he would ask me to be more specific, if
He
anything.
did not.
That had nothing to do.
Nothing?
Was the word goulash? Because you were
No.
close.
No.
I do like goulash, though.
I feel like it's no. All right. I got nothing then.
Babe and Sparky,
Is it like a name of a dog?
dog names.
George.
Come here, George.
Pig
Come here,
names.
Actually, I need to give me a dog name if you
That's
want.
right. It's not wrong. Ken. Oh man, wait. Is there a Ken Diedrichson? Sparky Diedrich. They're all
My
Diedrichsons.
neighbor. Ken Diedrichson's my neighbor. He goes by Poochie though.
I have nothing.
I don't even know what to go off of. The first names, the last names, the athletes themselves.
The fact that David did it, and it's probably, think of some random only. They've all dated Betty White.
George Kittle.
Listen,
Actually, that one makes the most sense, sadly.
they've all been to Betty White's birthday party.
That could be true. We don't know. We don't know for sure.
They all married Marilyn Monroe.
There you go.
They've all guest starred on the Golden Girls.
Oh boy.
I don't know what George.
Kittle's on the reboot.
I think at this point we're just gonna move on.
Let's just throw
Call
something
it.
out there.
All right, here we go. All right, they've all owned a pull-out couch.
Good work.
Yeah, I think we're stumped.
I got nothing.
Is there a Ruth family that you know of?
Is there a terrible movie that
All
we're not
right.
thinking of?
So
Ocean's 12.
we're
I don't know.
We're gonna let the other team actually let you know what the right
All right,
answer
it's
is.
Ocean 69.
So Young and the Restless, whichever one he wants to
This is
share
Dan.
the correct answer.
So I remembered a couple things. One, I have a good memory of Ken Griffey's real name, which is George Kenneth Griffey. And I remember that Sparky Anderson
So
is
dumb.
George Anderson. So all of these guys are named George.
Yes, the
and
theme.
David's unemployed.
The correct theme is all five. The correct answer is all five have George as their given name. We have George Thomas Seaver, George Lee Anderson, George Kenneth Griffey Sr., George Krieger Kittle, and George Herman Ruth Jr.
Krieger?
Krieger.
Oh, apparently he was the landlord or the maintenance guy from Friends.
That's Traeger. That's
Oh,
Traeger.
sorry. All right.
Wasn't Krieger one of the
Yeah,
guys
the
that
Doors?
George worked for on Seinfeld?
That's
That's
Kruger.
Kruger.
He was the guitarist for the Doors, right?
He's you know what it is? He's a rubbish like grill. Like he's not a Traeger. It's like one of those off brands that you get, like you order from Japan and you're like, oh, I got a Traeger for $30. And then you come back
Right.
and
It was
it's
one of the
Krieger.
Doors. Robbie Krieger, right?
Yeah, Robbie Krieger. Yeah. See, there you go.
Okay. All right. Well,
And
maybe
Mason
it's-
again pulls in the lead for oldest man on the podcast.
The youngest, oldest man.
Because I mentioned the Doors.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry.
Somebody mentions the doors to me. I'm like, is it open or closed? Because I feel a draft.
Yeah,
Why
Rayman Zarek.
Why George of all the names, David? Come on.
Because there's 5 people that go by different names.
Oh,
David,
there's 5 Tyrones.
David, maybe Throwback Trivia Takedown needs somebody to hop on and help them out. Because guess what, buddy?
This is why we don't win.
I even gave you one where his name is actually George.
Oh, yeah.
Before the 5th question. Before the 5th.
Yeah, the last one's supposed to be the giveaway.
Yeah, George
Herman
Ruth.
No, the Sultan. I thought they were all sultans.
Sultan the Swing. You forgot that one?
Yeah.
So
I was trying to figure out where George Kittle was, where he was a sultan, and I'm like, was he in an Aladdin remake? I don't know.
So after the second quarter, we have a lead change. Non-pullout couch has 210, and the Young and the Restless are up to 250.
Should have pulled out.
Oh, that brings us to halftime.
It is now time for the halftime show. There will be 3 entertainment questions pertaining to sports, with each question worth 25 points. All right, Mason.
Sorry in advance.
You got this.
Nope.
Dan's got Coldplay in his head, so we'll see if that.
All right. So I've asked questions about the Oscars. So today I will complete the EGOT of questions. And for those of you who need to know what an EGOT is, that's an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
We're going for the Grammys now, are we?
We're going for the Grammys, the Emmys, and the Tonys today.
I mean, you asked questions about plays, so
No, I answered questions about plays.
Yeah,
Matt asked them.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I don't sign up for his.
You happen to have seen that.
The one that was only on Broadway for 30 days.
For 2 weeks, yeah.
Or 2 weeks, whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right. Question 1. What Naismith Hall of Famer, who was voted as one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history in 1996 and was also selected to the NBA 75th anniversary team, won the Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album in 1993?
All right, we're going to check in.
Okay, non-polo couch is checked in. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out.
I think this was around the time of Magic Johnson's AIDS prognosis. I'm sure and I know he did a lot of stuff about that. He got in front of that and he, owned it and raised awareness and everything. So
yeah, for that sticks around 92 for me. So it makes sense. Maybe in 93 he wrote a book.
And that's the perfect thing for winning a Grammy. I mean, I think it has to be him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. That makes sense.
All right, we'll go with Magic Johnson. We'll check in with Magic Johnson.
Non-polo couch, what did you guys have for an answer?
Kind of got it around the same way. I knew 93 is when he retired or whatever you want to call what he did, stepped away, and it made sense that maybe he would do something about it, like as far as recording something. I knew he won something outside of the sports realm. I didn't remember exactly what it was, but we went with Magic Johnson.
Well, both teams will be getting points. The correct answer is Irvin Magic Johnson. He won for his audiobook, What You Can Do to Avoid AIDS. So you guys were all over it there. Good job. Question 2. What ice dancer who won the 1984 Winter Olympic gold medal with his skating partner Jane Torville has won 2 Emmys for outstanding choreography?
Yeah, I sent that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah. All right.
We check in.
Okay, Young and the Restless is checked in. Non-pull-out couch, you guys can talk it out.
The only ice dancers I know are from Blades of Glory, so I don't think that's going to help here.
Boy.
I've heard of Jane Torville.
I see a mullet. But then again, everybody had one in 84.
Yeah.
But his was
certainly everyone that wore skates did.
His was epic.
Okay, epic mullet, ice dancer. A very clear picture is being painted for me. Is he an American guy?
I believe so.
So it's not Sven something.
I'm going to say Christensen.
Works for me.
But that could be somebody completely different. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I've learned by now that if you have an inkling, to just go with it.
All right, we're going to check in with Christensen for 100 points.
Okay, and Young and the Restless. What did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, we both sent this right away. I think I wrote a question about their comeback performance in the 90s. It was big in the UK because they were big fans of this group, this pair. So we checked in with Dean.
Christopher Dean. But
yes. Yeah.
One team will be getting points. The correct answer is Christopher Dean. They were known as Torval and Dean. He won the 2003 and 2005 Emmys for A&E's Smucker's Stars on Ice.
That was a thing?
Smucker's on Ice, apparently.
I'm sure it still is, right? I mean, it has to be.
Yeah. A&E
I'm not sure if
doesn't have much
Smucker's
original
is the sponsor currently, but I believe Stars on Ice is still a thing and is on TV, I guess. So, all right, moving on to the last question. Question 3. Who won the 1969 Best Actor Tony for portraying boxer Jack Jefferson in the play The Great White Hope? He reprised his role for the 1970 film of the same name and would receive a Best Actor Oscar nomination, the only of his career.
The best ass.
Yes,
Goes
best Actor Oscar nomination.
Read this.
I got you, Mason.
Okay. Yeah.
Check in.
Okay, Young and the Restless is checked in, so non-pull-out couch, if you get a chance to read the question, you guys can talk it out.
All right. 1969,
Nice.
white guy. His only Oscar nomination of his career, so he's not a good actor. Or he wasn't after 1970. I have no idea.
Wait, he was in the movie too, though, right?
Mhm.
I know James Earl Jones was in the movie, so that's all I got. That's all I got. I know he was in the movie.
All right.
So we're going to check him with James Earl Jones. He does have a nice ass, so I guess maybe that works.
Young and the Restless, what did you guys have for an answer?
When Scott said, not a great actor, white guy, I thought there's no way in the world they're going to be getting this. But it is James Earl Jones that won that Tony.
Both teams will be receiving points. The correct answer is James Earl Jones. While Jones is technically a recipient of the EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, he has yet to win a competitive Oscar. In 2011, however, Jones received the honorary Academy Award. He has received 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 2 Tony Awards, and a Grammy Award.
I was way off.
So he's an IGD. He's got the IGD or the GET. He's got the GET.
And they do say he technically has an EGOT. Just, didn't get his Oscar for a competitive. I was kind of surprised that was the only thing he's been nominated for Oscars.
He was terrific in The Sandlot, Mason.
Yes, he was.
He
didn't get anything for
he's the only part that makes
CNN.
the Field of Dreams even a little bit watchable.
There.
Not fair, but I don't want to have this fight tonight.
All right. After halftime, the scores are non-pull-out couch with 260 and the Young and the Restless up to 325. Now on to the second half.
We'd like to take a minute to invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BenchwarmersTP. We also have a Facebook group for fans of the pod called The Bench. Join us there to comment on the latest episodes and share cool sports facts and trivia. If you'd be willing to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher, we'd greatly appreciate the support so that other people may find this podcast. Thanks.
Today's third quarter will be 5-on-3.
Five on 3. For this quarter, there will be 3 categorized lists containing 5 items, where each item is worth 10 points. The teams will attempt to guess as many items as they can. However, if a team has an incorrect guess, they will receive 0 points for that list.
Okay, so list number 1, I'm looking for the most passing yards for the NCAA Division I FBS 2021 season.
I didn't watch a single college football game this season.
No?
No. I feel, for some reason, it's like the older I get, the less interested I am in it.
If I give you schools, can you tell me?
Just possibly.
All right.
I don't watch like the games. I just watch the tape around the draft. Like 2 months before the draft, I start watching all the highlights.
Sure.
Guys.
By the way, Ed, real quick, I looked up the 1984 Olympics. Christopher Dean did not have a mullet actually during that performance.
Christensen did though.
Christensen did.
Oh,
whoever that guy was.
Got it. Fair enough.
Beautiful mullet. Feathered.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt your thought process here. Can you go back to the question?
Well, now I'm thinking about mullets. So
yeah, now he's thinking about Gabe Christensen and his mullet. Yeah, that works. Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna check in.
Okay, non-polo couch has checked in. Young and the Restless, you guys can talk it out and let me know when you want to give me your answers.
So we got 4 that I think we're pretty confident in.
I'm throwing out some names for the 5th.
But there's the thing is that 5th one though could be any of those guys. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first 4 for sure that we said.
Yeah,
because I know what's his name, Bailey Zapp from Western Kentucky was number 1 because he passed Burrow's touchdown record in the season, and he was prolific there. And then Young and Stroud, both there. And then Will Rogers from Mississippi State was slinging the ball. I'd be fine with going with just those 4 because I don't feel good about it. A 5th one.
I mean, we've thrown around Pickett,
Carson Strong.
Yeah. You said Hartman.
I think that's the name of the guy from Wake. Yeah, I think so. It's something like that if it's not, but it's something around that.
And then there's whatever his name is at Virginia.
There's a guy there.
Let's just go with the 4 then. So we'll check in with. Go ahead with the ones that we'll check in. We'll check in.
Yeah. So Zappy, Young, Rogers, Stroud.
Okay, and non-pull-out couch. What did you guys have for answers?
I know Bryce Young, CJ Stroud are there. Like Mason said, Will Rogers, Zapp, and the last one, I believe his name is Brennan Armstrong. So we went with Rogers, Stroud, Young, Armstrong, and Zapp.
Okay, both teams will be receiving their points. Those are the correct 5. Bailey Zappi with 5,967. Bryce Young was second with 4,872. Will Rogers, third, 4,739. Brennan Armstrong from Virginia was fourth, 4,449. CJ Stroud from Ohio State, 4,435. I heard a bunch of the next names. 6th was Kenny Pickett. 7 was Sam Hartman. 8 was Carson Strong. 9 was Jake, I don't know, was it Hayner probably from Fresno State. And number 10 was Talia Tagovailoa.
Oh, yeah,
Tua's brother.
Yeah,
we'll say Tua's
10 was Tua's brother.
Yeah.
For Maryland. He rounded out the top 10.
Really? I'm kind of surprised by that, but okay. Fair enough.
So good job, both teams. Moving on to list number 2. LeBron James has been selected to the most all-NBA teams with 18. Name the next 5.
Oh, shoot.
So just to confirm, this isn't just the first team. It can be any of the all.
It can be any of the 3, the 3 teams. Yep. Just total times that they have been selected to an all-NBA team.
All right, we're going to check in.
Okay, non-polar couch is checked in. Young and the Restless, you get to give me your list first.
4 or 5, Mason.
Oh, man. How good do you feel about that last one?
I feel really good about it, actually.
Okay. I was just trying to think of guys that played a long time that would have been at a high level. to make it.
Yeah,
But-
I like that because of that time of his career and no one else challenging him for it.
Okay.
We're checked in. You can say.
So I know, but we're trying to decide whether to go 4 or 5. I think we can go 5.
If you feel good with it, I'm good with it.
All right.
So
All right, we're gonna go Kobe, Jabbar, O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal.
not Jermaine.
Not Jermaine, no.
No.
Tim Duncan, and the one that Mason came up with at the last second, the mailman, Karl Malone.
Okay. And non-pull-out couch. What do you guys have?
We're not gonna make. We had the same list.
We had the same 5.
Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, Kareem, and Malone.
That works. Well, good thing you had the same 5 because those are the next 5. Kobe, Kareem, and Duncan are tied with 15, and Malone and Shaq are tied with 14. There are 5 players tied with 12.
Oh, that's the next 3 on. Don't tell us it's the next 5 on 3, right?
No, I'm not going to save it for that. So it's Bob Cousy, Jerry West, Dolph Shays, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Dirk Nowitzki.
Good. Knew Dirk was in there. Yeah.
That's what I was saying, is that if the fact that he gave us LeBron meant that there was going to be a tie for the last 2 spots.
That is correct. Because I was like, I can't. That was the only way I could make that work. But
Yeah.
But once again, you had to pick those right ones who were tied, and you guys sussed it out really well. Good luck on the third list, though. We'll see how well you do on this one. List number 3. You know, I don't have very many hockey questions typically. List 3. Most career points for U.S. Olympic women's ice hockey. I know we haven't had too many women hockey questions, so we've had a couple, but not a whole lot.
I must not have been on those episodes. Because today I learned that women's hockey existed.
Oh, boy.
It's hockey and it's Olympics. I'm not paying attention to it.
The fact that you didn't even know they played? Come on.
I thought maybe it was just men with mullets. It was Christensen.
And
Just gonna let you go, Dan. I'll
Yep,
sit here
same.
and enjoy the ride.
So this is Dan versus Eric.
Yep. Down to the Pierce battle right there.
we can check in.
What? Okay.
All right, the Young and the Restless has checked in. So non-pull-out couch or Eric, you can work out how many ever names you would like to submit.
Awesome. Oh, jeez.
I have one input, and it's Babe Dietrichson because she played every sport.
She did not play.
No? You've never seen the Babe on skates?
I have.
Yes, I know this was a terrible thing of me to do, to give Eric his favorite thing, which is hockey, with his least favorite thing, which is women.
He's still gonna get all 5. Just hold on.
All right, we're gonna go Granato,
Makes sense.
Knight,
Minnesota.
Oh, Knight.
Bobby.
Potter, and let's say King and call it.
Let's go.
Okay. And Young and the Restless. What did you guys have for answers?
I named the 2 St. Paul girls, Jenny Potter and Natalie Darwitz.
Okay. Well, both teams will be receiving their points.
No shit.
No, it is correct.
we have
Number
to
one.
censor.
So you were wrong at who's number 1 on the list. Number 1 on the list
Granato?
is Cammi is 5th.
Really?
Cammi Granato is 5th with 18
I'm so
points.
old. I stopped paying attention.
4th place is Katie King with 23 points. 3rd place is Natalie Darwitz with 25. Number 2 is Hillary Knight with 27. And number 1 is Jenny Potter with 32 career points. The next 2 are tied, and they are sisters. Matter of fact, I think they might be twin sisters. Jocelyn and Monique Lamoureux.
I was going to say that.
I said Monica. I was close.
very
to Monique.
close to saying Lamoureux, and I'm like,
They both have 16 career points. So
Good job, Dan, naming the St. Paul girls.
was the
Yeah, I'm
only
almost kind
chance
of
I was
surprised
going to
Dan
have.
didn't have Cammi Granato in there. She's kind of the one name that's,
I recognized it when they said it. I was like,
She's
yeah,
from
that's
St.
it.
Paul.
I did too, but I
Oh.
just, I didn't come up with it.
Didn't St. Paul have the recent Bachelorette? Pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I think so.
Michelle Young. Yeah.
Who cares about that?
I care about all things St. Paul. Thank you.
They had an all-around gymnastics gold medalist.
Nice. They have a water carnival. All right, let's move on.
No, they have a winter carnival.
They
Yeah,
have
that.
a winter carnival. There's a
nice.
number of
Minneapolis has
cities.
the water carnival.
There's a number of cities who have water carnivals in Minnesota. Minneapolis, Hutchinson,
Detroit Lakes.
Detroit Lakes, most famously on this podcast. All right, after the third quarter, it's still a close game. Non-pullout couch is at 400, and the Young and the Restless is at 435.
Support for today's Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. All of us here at Benchwarmers received the Performance Package as a part of our Manscaped sponsorship, and I can speak with authority that it is filled with all sorts of goodies. I highly recommend you give it a try. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping when you use the code BENCH at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls. So don't forget, use the promo code BENCH, BENCH, at checkout, manscaped.com.
That brings us to the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, known as Put Your Fours Up. This quarter consists of 4 categorized questions that teams will wager up to 100 points each, not to exceed their current point total.
The categories for today are as follows. Question 1, no pitch, in reference to Major League Baseball. Question 2, no putt, in reference to the PGA. Question 3, no points, in reference to the NBA. And question 4, no punts, in reference to the NFL. It is now time for the teams to place their wagers. Now that the wagers are in, on to the questions. Question 1, in the category of no pitch. On May 11th, 2022, Twins rookie pitcher Yennier Cano almost became the second player ever to have a no-pitch debut, when the game that he entered was suspended before he could face his first batter. Fortunately for him, he started the resumed game the next day. That leaves the older brother of what Hall of Fame Brewer as the only player to have a no-pitch debut when he was injured while warming up on September 15th, 1971.
We'll check in.
Okay, Young and the Restless is checked in. Non-pullout couch, you guys can talk it out. Give me your answer and your wager.
I think it's Yount because there aren't many Brewers Hall of Famers to begin with to choose from, and I'm pretty sure he had a brother.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Did he never play?
He was injured.
But just never.
Maybe
Like
he just never got called up again. Maybe
he died afterwards. Is it?
Maybe it was a September call up and got hurt and then just never got called up again. I don't know.
Just never played again. That sucks for him. All right.
Yeah, I mean, again, there aren't many Brewers Hall of Famers that I can think of.
Yeah.
In general, so and the time frame would kind of work for his older brother. So, all right, we're gonna check in with Yount for 100 points.
Okay, and Young and the Restless, what'd you have for an answer and a wager?
Yeah, the first thing that came to mind was Yount. I had a vague recollection that he had a brother that was a pitcher, and kind of remember the incident a little bit. So I'm hoping it's that. We checked in with Yount for 100.
Both teams will be getting their points. The correct answer is Robin Yount. Larry Yount never appeared in a big league game again. Thus, is the only pitcher in Major League history to be credited with 0 batters faced. Because he was called up, he was announced into the game and he was warming up, he officially made the
scorecard.
The scorecard. So
That's it.
The only pitcher to never face a batter.
I can't believe I have something in common with an MLB player.
You do.
A brother of a Hall of Famer.
You're on an official scorecard.
No, I've never faced an MLB batter before, and nor has he.
Well, that is true.
That's fair.
I'm sure Walling has.
Yeah, Walling.
Walling definitely has
Yes.
faced a major league batter. He struck one out.
He hit a jump shot over one of them. It was kind of cool.
Nope, that's not Walling.
Well, both teams gained 100 points, so the difference is the same. So let's move on to question number 2. In the category of no putt, since the PGA Tour began tracking in 1983, 2 players are tied for the most holes in one with 10, both of which currently play on the PGA Tour champions. One is a 64-year-old American who won the 1983 PGA Championship and 1983 Players Championship. The other is a 50-year-old Australian who never finished higher than 7th in any PGA major tournament, but played for the international team in 5 of the first 8 President's Cups between 1994 and 2009. Name either golfer.
Yeah, we can check in.
Okay, the Young and the Restless has checked in. So non-pull-out couch, you guys can talk it out. Give me your answer and your wager.
All right. Well, Dan knows it.
I'm pretty sure I got it. I just didn't realize he was that old.
This guy you sent me, Hal, that's the oldest name ever. He's that old.
He's just like one of those guys you watch as a kid and it just sneaks up on you. Like they also get super old.
I'm assuming this is the 64-year-old.
Yeah. I don't know the other guy
who sounds 89. Hal Sutton.
Hal Sutton was like, he was just one of those names. Like when you were a kid, like, oh, name a golfer, and you're just like,
he's still golfing now.
Retief Goosen, Hal Sutton, like you just list those names,
and he's still golfing right now.
I would assume
64.
He's 60. Do you know how old?
I know. No, I know. It's just. All right, you know what? Takes his dentures out.
I would assume he's on the was it Tour Champions is like the what they didn't they rebrand that
right because they don't want to call it the senior, right? We don't want to be disrespectful towards Hal Sutton. All right, we're checking in Hal Sutton for 100 points.
He's part of the PGA Champions League, brought to you by Geritol. We get it.
All right, and Young and the Restless, what do you have for an answer and a wager?
I don't know why I know this. I just have for a long time. It's one of those ones I've just known. He had a lot of hole-in-ones, had the record for the most. And it's like Eric said, it's a Hal Sutton for I don't know how many points because Mason
90.
did this for 90.
Does anyone have a guess at who the Australian is?
What's his name? Max Gone.
Nope. It is Robert Allenby.
Oh,
that's not very Australian.
That's a name.
I have no flavor text because all of the flavor text was needed for the question to help you guys get to an answer. So
the thing is I think you could have just asked who's one of the two who have the most hole-in-ones in PGA history, and I think both Eric and I would have gotten it from that.
I didn't know that you guys would have necessarily known it. All right, score update. It's gotten a little closer because non-pull-out couch got 100 to Young and the Restless's 90, so it is 600 to 625.
Whoa, I did not expect Hal Sutton to look like this. I just Googled him. This guy's awesome. I was picturing like a feeble old man.
Feeble old man. No, he's a big dude.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Okay.
All right, moving on to question 3 in the category of no points. On December 26, 1993, what Croatian-born Boston Celtic became the first player in league history to score 0 points on a record 16 attempts? 14 field goals and 2 free throws were his attempts.
We'll check in.
Okay, Young and the Restless is checked in, so non-pull-out couch, you guys can talk it out. Give me your answer and your wager.
If it's not him, Croatian-born Celtic, 93 was when the Celtics were not good.
Yeah.
like right before Patino got there, and they started drafting the Kentucky guys. Dino Raja definitely played for the Celtics
Yeah.
in the early to mid '90s, and he sounds Croatian. Because anyone else I'm thinking of that played for the Celtics was after '93. Like they had Potapenko or Potapenko, depending on how you say it. But that was after '93.
You know what? Let's go with it. I'm not going to come up with a better name. He's Croatian. He played for the Celtics.
It fits the criteria. We just don't know if he scored 0 points on 16 attempts. We're going to hope that he did. All right, we're going to check in for 100 points with Dino Raja.
Okay, and Young and the Restless, what was your answer and wager?
I don't know what our wager was because, again, Mason has that.
I'll tell you that. Yeah.
But I went with the only Croatian Celtic from the 1993-1994 season that I could think of, Dino Raja.
For 86 points.
Both teams will be getting their points. The correct answer is Dino Raja. Prior to this, Bellis Smalley scored 0 points on 15 attempts, 14 field goals, and 1 free throw back in 1947.
Say Bellis Smalley.
Bellis Smalley.
That's incredible.
I mean, it was the 40s.
Just a great name. Was he a Smalley forward? All right, sorry. I'm done.
He must have point shaved his score a lot back then.
Okay, the game is getting tighter. It is non-polo couch 700 to the Young and the Restless 711, leading us to question 4 in the category of no punts. During the 2021 NFL season, 7 teams had at least one game in which they attempted 0 punts. What AFC West team led the league with 3 games without attempting a punt?
Okay.
We'll
I'll take
check
the
in.
fall. So
The Young and the Restless has checked in. Non-pull-out couch, you guys can talk it out. Let me know your answer and your wager.
So, Mason, we think we have a 1 in 3 chance because we think it's not the Broncos.
I think we have a 1 in 2 chance. No,
you have a 1 in 1 chance.
Because what you think about it is it's not the Broncos. No, there's no way.
I quit the podcast if it's the Broncos.
They literally punt before they even get on the field. It's like, no, we should probably just punt it.
Right.
Like, we just
First down
get the
punt.
ball. Yes.
Yeah.
First team to ever just.
They would have been better off.
Yes. So then I think the Chiefs are just way too obvious.
I think the Chiefs did that. I think they led the league like 2019, 2020.
Maybe.
I remember hearing, but
Yeah.
and also, I don't know why, but I feel like I saw their punter a lot. The dude with the long hair, Tommy Townsend, because like you don't forget a guy like that.
Yeah. So
I
then,
feel like I saw him on the field a lot.
So then if you just take the obvious answer and the obvious not answer, that leaves us
Right.
with the 2 middle teams. And who would you rather? What team has a better chance? The one led by Derek Carr or Justin Herbert? I would say Herbert immediately. Their offense was that much better.
It was, but I'm also trying to take into effect who was more effective on 3rd down. I think the Raiders had a better running game, so I'm it's tough.
Did they?
I mean, then the Chargers, yeah. Like when Eckler was hurt and when he was off, they were not running the ball well. I mean, it's really a toss up. I could see it being either one. I can't picture the Raiders punter. I can't.
Who's the Raiders coach?
That
half
guy.
Half the season was Gruden. The second half was that guy. That guy.
Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
should have been.
And then who's the Chargers coach?
You're right. You're right.
Marty Shot.
Staley would do that.
Yeah.
He would not punt.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
You got to look at the aspect of which is the more progressive coach, I guess.
Yep. But is the other guy just like, you know what? Maybe it's not my job. Just chuck it up.
No, I think he thought he
4th
had
and
a
10.
job. I think he thought he had a job, and he probably should have had the job.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's go Chargers then.
All right. We're checking in with the Chargers for 100 points.
Hey, and Young and the Restless, what'd you guys have for an answer and a wager?
Yeah, so my line of reasoning was that the Chargers were a more aggressive team at times. They definitely tended to go for it on 4th down a lot. Although this could be an off-the-wall chance where because Denver's least likely, maybe for some magical reason they are, but I doubt it. So we checked in with the Chargers for 90.
Well, both teams will be getting their points. The correct answer is the Los Angeles Chargers. The Buffalo Bills were the only other team to have more than one game without attempting a punt. And also, the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles had the 5th zero-punt game in NFL history on October 3rd, 2021. So the game has come to an end, and here are the final scores. Non-pullout couch finishes with a more than respectable 800. And our clipboard captains of the game, who are receiving the coveted Steve Walsh Award with 801 points, the Young and the Restless.
I blame this on David and the stupid George missing link. This loss goes. Ian and I are now 6-6, and this one is David's fault.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and answer the coin flip question again with the answer we said the first time.
It is correct now. It was not correct at the beginning of the game. Anything else you guys would like to say before we call it a night?
I have someone to call out. So Eric and I lost the first fast break game ever in overtime to Josh and Marcus, which I guess I've, eliminated from my memory. I don't remember that happening. So that's a loss. And then Tim Geving just beat us.
Ugh.
So
With
Tim, Dan, but still, Tim, really, Tim? That's all I have to say.
I feel like a lot of my losses come from missing link games is really what it comes down to. Well, hopefully by the time this airs, the Avalanche will have won the Stanley Cup. That's hopefully. I'm still nervous. I don't care if they're up 2-0. Yeah.
By the time this airs, somebody will have won the Stanley Cup.
Correct.
And for you, Eric, I hope it's the Avalanche.
Of course you do, because you got to experience a championship last year. So why not share the wealth?
No, I genuinely want my, want the guys on the podcast to be happy about their teams. Except for Matt.
But I bet on the Avalanche, so I hope they win.
I haven't had a professional sport. Sorry, Josh. A professional sports team championship since 2005. So this has been a while.
2005. You're so young.
So young.
I got to go back to, not counting WNBA. I'm just going to say that. I'm just talking Big Four. I got to go back to 91.
Yeah. See, I have my 2 Villanova championships that helped me bridge the gap. So
and I don't even have any of those. I can't even take college ones into account.
You have hockey.
Oh, okay. Then I got to go back to 2002 or 3.
02.
I can't remember which was the second year. They're back to back. Was it 02 was the second one?
I think it was 01, 02.
Okay. All right. So, it's not that far back, I guess. Well, with that, I'd like to say thanks for listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Until next time, we'll keep the bench warm.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch! Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Into deep left center for Mitchell. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
That great music you're listening to is by Justin Nozick. Thanks to him for producing that music for us. You've been listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We are at Benchwarmers TP.
Question 5, no diggity.
No doubt.
No scrubs.
Nice. Yeah, I like it. No rain.
Those don't start with a P. They're all no
vacancy.
No vagrancy.
Oh, I got one. No pigeons. It was the remake.
Yeah,
No
Sporty Thieves.
Yeah. That should 5. No pigeon.
Skeet shooting.
No, we don't skeet shoot. No pigeons, all right?
It's got 40 in the name. It's valid for this podcast.
Skeet.
That's some Laffy Taffy you got there?
It is.
Nice.
I forgot where I was and I saw it. I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
So
It's
bad.
not something you see every day anymore. You can't just walk in a gas station and get a Laffy Taffy.
No, you really can't.
That's what the world has come to.
What type of truck is never lonely? Anybody? Mason?
Allow it to anybody, Mason.
Okay.
I'm trying to get there.
No? Just think of the worst pun ever.
I'm trying.
That's what we're trying to do.
And it's Father's Day. I should be able to do this.
Yeah.
What's a dryer's favorite exercise?
Spins class.
Spinning. There it is. You got. See, I knew Mason would have it.
I got that one.
It's the correct answer to the first one is a pickup truck.
Oh, okay.
All right. What do you call a guy without any arms or legs and a little bit of a lisp at the bottom of a pool?
That's so specific.
Okay, hold on. I can get this.
Wait.
It's not Bob because he wouldn't get the bottom of the pool.
Wait. I have an idea, but that doesn't make
Not
sense
because
with
he'd
the
be
pool.
up in front of my door. Oh, okay.
The part that doesn't give me is the pool.
Dan's
I got
on
the
the
rest of it, but I don't know what I think I got the rest of it, but that doesn't help me.
A little bit of a lisp.
The best I got is torso, but that's like torso with a lisp, but that doesn't help.
Yeah, the pool thing doesn't factor into that.
That's the part that doesn't work.
I don't know if it's really a lisp or not, but the joke said lisp, so I went with it.
I don't know. That's the best I got.
More of a speech impediment. It's Dwayne.
Oh, like Dwayne.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Back to you, Scott.
Let's make sure we put those jokes at the end of the
Hey,
episode.
we're gonna put that in the
Yes, please put them there, or don't put them anywhere.
yeah, especially the last one.